Ladies, gentlemen, and other, it's Star JERKZ. Today's videocast episode, many are called, but few are chosen. Just tuned into Many Are Called. Hey folks, my name is Ed Shanks, and you've just tuned into Many Are Called, but Few Are Chosen. With me tonight is Mr. Nicholas Takla. Nick's going to talk to us about his experiences in the music industry, some of his biggest fans, Led Zeppelin, U2, big bands that he respects, why they made it, why he didn't. Nick, nice to meet you.
Nice. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right.
Tell us a little about your experiences and maybe how maybe you weren't able to maybe succeed.
Right.
Whereas the other bands were able to, like Led Zeppelin, U2, the big ones.
Right. What you want me to tell you why I think they succeeded?
Yeah, and then maybe why you didn't.
Okay. Well, I can tell you why they succeeded. Number one, they stopped announcing their intentions. Okay. Okay. Number two, they didn't take afternoon naps. Okay. And number three is they didn't waste their time trying to pump other people up or convince them to do things that they didn't want to do in the first place. Okay. That's why they didn't succeed. Okay. Now.
Why they did.
Oh, I mean why they did. Sorry, I'm confusing things, folks. Sometimes I blank out. Okay, but no. Seriously. Seriously. Okay, I got 3 tips, or 3 reasons I should say why I didn't succeed. Okay, number 1, 100,000 miles. Okay, number 2, $100,000. Okay, and number 3, a desire to go nowhere.
Could you elaborate a little bit? What is your experience? I mean, were you not able to call up the right people to work with? I mean, just if you could give us some, something we could all relate to, maybe why you weren't able to get things going for yourself.
Well, I understand your point. I think a lot of people just shoot from the hip a little bit too much, and they overstep the bounds of reason of what they can do as a human being. I think that might be one of a lot of people are jaded and confused about propaganda that they've experienced through their lifetime from such medias as television, maybe magazines, or political parties. Have a great influence on people.
Let me just ask you that. So why not just cut them and run? Cut the cords, and run on your own, so to speak. A la Hendrix.
Because the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. No problem.
Thank you.
That's pretty much it. I hope I helped somebody out there.
From Many Are Called, but Few Are Chosen. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Women. You know what my problem with women is? I keep falling in with the wrong kind. Lesbians. That's right. Lesbians. The story of my life is the story of me falling in love with lesbians. Okay? All kinds of lesbians. New Age lesbians, lawyer lesbians, astronaut lesbians, gas attendant lesbians, and fry machine lesbians. And why do I do this, you ask? Why do I put myself through such torture? Good question. Because I usually find out too late. That's why. You know what I mean? How you doing? Women? You want to know what my problem is with women? My problem is I keep falling in love with the wrong kind of women. Lesbians. That's right. The story of my life is the story of me falling in love with lesbians. And all kinds of lesbians, alright? New Age lesbians, lawyer lesbians, camel riding lesbians, astronaut lesbians, gas station attendant lesbians, and fry machine lesbians, okay? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I put myself through such torture? Good question. Okay, because I usually find out too late. I usually catch them in the stage when they're in that questioning stage. Well, am I bisexual or am I, gay? And usually I confirm the fact that they're gay, right? Or, of course, it could be that other reason my psychiatrist said is the penis factor. They don't challenge my penis, and they don't have testosterone, so it's not a challenge to my maleness. There's I could be afraid of my own penis, which my psychologist has suggested that I'm afraid of my own penis, and the fact that I like to be around women, and lesbians like other women. So that's why I like lesbians, because they like women too. And if we all like lesbians, what a great world it would be. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Wilt Wilkinson, and welcome to Director's Corner. We're here with renowned director Joseph Charles Torado, and he just finished his latest picture, You Can. And let me tell you, the reason why he's featured here tonight is because he's the most optimistic director in this country today, in lieu of all the violence. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Thanks,
Good, I'm glad you could be here.
Yeah.
So tell us, Joe, how did you seem to get through all the red tape to start off your career? You know, as in the phone calls, the hustling that everyone has to do when they're young in this business.
Right. Believing in myself. Well, really, it really comes down to
That's
that.
amazing. It's a simple concept. A lot of us don't. We fail in that department.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting that we don't seem to have all that drive. We seem to fizzle out later on in life. Bzz.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay. Lots of times, parents, schools, people who supposedly know what's going on feel it incumbent upon themselves to tell us, instruct us on what we want to do with our lives. But
That's
it's
true.
important to get inside to the individual, the core.
Right.
if you
Right.
will. Find out what's in there.
What makes us tick?
Yeah, but for the individual again.
Right. Right.
And nurture that. Disregard the noise, if you will,
Right.
outside of
So
you.
what was it for you that the when you got to the core of who you were, what did you discover there?
That I didn't have time, really. I didn't have time to waste.
Uh-huh.
You understand?
In the sense of what, like
Well, hanging
people-
around in bars or street corners, going
Right.
to.
I remember I used to
know.
do a lot of that.
Right.
But then I got disciplined and
Right.
things
I
worked out.
heard you were kind of interested in.
Yes, I was I fiddled about in
Yeah.
directing a little bit, but I couldn't seem to get through the red tape. I couldn't get people to return my phone calls. My car broke down at least 5 times in a week.
Seems like you were
that-
looking for the easy way out, maybe.
It seems that way, but in actuality, I was trying very hard, and I just couldn't seem to get any big movers and shakers to be interested in my work because they wouldn't call me back. And
Kind of a lot of excuses too.
yeah, it would appear that way, but I was
Too
actually
bad.
working.
Too bad.
That's why I asked you about your beginnings, because how did you get
Yeah.
through that?
Okay. Well, it comes down to if I basically ask people if they're going to help me. If they don't, I just plow on through. If you
Yeah, and just
understand
don't
me.
waste. Yeah.
I don't waste my time.
Right. Uh-huh. Well, there you have it, folks. That's the secret. Joe, we'll be looking forward to the release of the picture. When is that? November, on Thanksgiving, that is?
Yes,
November 24th.
Exactly.
Welcome to the show, and thanks very much for being here.
Thanks.
And good night, folks.
Can I have another one, Mom?